Most people think being productive means working non-stop, grinding harder than ever and doing absolutely nothing else. But that mindset is exactly why so many people get burnt out, and it's also why they feel guilty every single time they are not working. The truth is, productivity is never about getting work done. Productivity is about doing the right thing at the right time for whatever your situation may be. And once you understand this framework, you will stop feeling lazy and you will start to make much more progress in your life. So watch until the end if you want to know the secret to productivity and if you want your productivity to skyrocket. Alright, so productivity is context-based. So what this means is that it looks different for every single person. So if you're a YouTuber and you've already recorded and edited for 8 hours in the day and you feel like you still need to be productive, you need to grind, you've got no time, you need to be the best, but you're burnt out because you've already spent 8 hours. If you just spend the rest of the day just watching YouTube, you are being productive because you are learning, you're getting inspiration, you're getting ideas. Even though you're not doing any work, you're just sitting there watching YouTube, you are still being productive. And that goes with being, if you're a musician, instead of like actually playing your instrument or making music, simply just listening to music is productive. Same thing if you're a gym influencer, spending time doing useless exercises after your, proper workout and after you've done whatever you need to do. Spending hours and hours at the gym when you don't need to is still productive. Maybe you're testing out exercise, you're testing out movements, you're getting your form right, you're posing, you're doing all these things. You are still being productive, even if it just doesn't feel like it in the moment. So that is one thing that you need to just wrap around your head, that doing things specific to whatever it is that you want to achieve is productive. It's not always the work that is productive. It is also indulging in the activity, studying, researching, that is also productive. So whatever it is out there that you do, indulging in it and studying it is productive. Productivity is never always hard work. Now, I did forget to mention this one crucial point, but productivity is also specific to your priorities. If you've been working on your computer for a very long time, or even if it's just a couple hours, if you notice that your desk is literally so messy, but you've got so much work done, you just don't have time to clean it, the best thing to do and the most productive thing to do is to just shut down your computer and clean your desk and organize everything to literally the last speck of dust. And this can apply to literally anything. It doesn't always have to be like you got to clean something. It could be absolutely anything. Maybe you feel sick, but you're trying to get some work done. Maybe you just feel absolutely horrible. And the best thing to do at the time is to get rest. And this ties into my next point. Rest can be productive. But this is not an excuse to just be lazy, but rest is actually very important. And when I say rest, I don't mean, lie down on the couch and watch TV, watch Netflix, scroll on your phone. I'm talking about going for walks, meditating, getting some sunlight, going to the beach. That is productive as well. The key for rest is you want it to be intentional rest. So personally, what I like to do a bunch of work in the morning. I don't eat, I just get straight to work. Obviously, I brush my teeth and all that before I work. And then once I've done all of my work until the afternoon, that's when I will rest. That's where I'll eat, I'll do my chores. I'm not thinking about work. I'm not rushing all these activities so I can quickly get back to work. I am resting. And then I'll go to the gym. That's still very productive. Even though I'm not, on my computer working, I'm still doing something productive. And then when I come back from the gym, that's when I'll do some more work. And then, yeah. So you need to prioritize intentional rest, because otherwise, if you don't do intentional rest, you're going to be resting anyways. You won't even know it. Your body is going to make you rest without you even realizing. Maybe you've been on your computer for too long, you've been working so much, so you just pull out your phone, you don't realize it, and you just start scrolling for hours. If you don't intentionally rest, that's what you'll end up doing instead. Intentional rest is crucial to staying productive and being productive. Alright, for my next point, I want to go over a common trap that many people fall into, and that is feeling guilty when they're not working or when they feel unproductive. And because of that, they think they're being lazy, and because they think they're lazy, they say to themselves that they've failed, so I might as well just keep scrolling. There's no point. But the truth is, most people aren't lazy, they're just still using the wrong definition of productivity. So a good example of this actually is not too long ago, even like about a year or two ago, if I had to do anything other than work, I would feel terrible. I would feel so upset. But then the thing is, I realized that going out with my family, reading a book, getting sunlight, cooking food. That was another thing. I would hate to, I would spend like, it's like an hour process, right? 30 minutes cooking and then 30 minutes eating. I absolutely hated that. I thought it was such a waste of time, but that's productive. Not only am I getting better at cooking and I'm learning, it's also very healthy and it's a very good habit. So that was the trap that I was in. And because, you know, let's just say I had to go out in the morning instead of, you know, my usual work in the morning routine, that'll just kill my entire mood for the day. Even if I got back at 12 p.m., the entire day is just gone in my eyes, right? And I've just do nothing. That's what I used to do. But now if I have to go out, it's obviously, you know, everything has some sort of purpose in life. So if you gotta do something, and you feel like it's pointless because it doesn't directly tie to your work, just remember it's happening for a reason. God is making you do this thing for a reason. It never always has to be work to be productive. And don't let it like derail you from your day, or, you know, because your daily structure, your daily routine will always get broken down eventually. It's never going to be perfect 100% of the time, as great as that would be though, but that's just the reality of life. So you need to redefine your mindset and follow this, you know, what I talked about at the start of this video, and that will definitely help if you're in this trap. So now I want to actually talk about what is unproductive, because it seems like I've just said literally everything in life is productive. Scrolling is unproductive for most people, but if you post on TikTok and Instagram Reels, it's productive. Partying is obviously unproductive for most people. You don't benefit from it. You're not, I mean, I guess you could say you're strengthening relationships, you know, because if your friends are there, but it's like, are they really the friends that you want to strengthen a relationship with? They're doing all of that. Like, that's not really, I would say that's unproductive. But if you're someone who hosts parties and you make a lot of money, or, you know, that's your business, is just hosting parties, or I don't know, maybe attending a few parties isn't a bad idea to actually, you know, get inspiration and, you know, get your name out there and talk to the people, say, yeah, I host parties, you just come to my party one day. So there's always a productive thing for someone out there that's unproductive to most people. So yeah, if you are about to do some sort of habit, or you're about to go, whatever it is that you're about to do, think to yourself, is this productive to me? If not, so if you're about to go on your phone and scroll on Reels, ask yourself, am I an Instagram Reel influencer? Am I a content creator? Is this productive to me? Most likely, it's probably not. So you should probably put your phone down and do whatever it is that's productive to you. So that's all it is really. It's mainly just up to you. It's different for every single person. So it's really hard for me to actually say what is productive and what's not productive. Because like I mentioned before, there is always something productive. For one person, something might be productive for them, but for another person, it just might be very unproductive. It's a bit confusing, but like that's kind of the main idea that I'm going with. So yeah, it's not always the work. You can indulge in the habits that are specific to you, and you will be making a bunch of progress still. But don't take this as an excuse to not do work. Obviously, you still need to be doing work every single day, no matter what. You need to be consistent. I talk about this in every single video. Even if you spend 5 minutes a day on work, that's fine. You're still being consistent. But great rule of thumb, I'd like to go for 1 to 3 hours a day. Sometimes, you know, life happens, so you fall below that. And then for the rest of your day, you can just, you know, do the productive things like strengthen your relationships, watch YouTube if you're a YouTuber. So yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to cover in today's video. If you guys found this video helpful, make sure to chuck a like and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you all in the next one.